to become a friend.
Hello, how are you?
Capek, how did you and Matthew enjoy the zoo?
Oh, he loved it, especially the children's zoo. We spent an hour petting the goats and the rabbits and the little chickens. Oh, you should see him with the baby ducks.
Sounds as if you and Matthew, it sounds as if you had a better time than Matthew did.
Oh, well, it's a very good thing we are not staying so long in America, or I would risk becoming quite a human instead of just watchdog.
Another world. This portion is brought to you by Pert, the shampoo for clean, manageable hair that bounces and behaves. That's Pert shampoo for bouncing and behaving hair.
Now we can carefully set up the details of Nikolai's visit to Bay City.
Would you like milk in your tea, Mr. Capek?
No, thank you. And I would like you to call me Anton.
Oh, all right, Anton. Tell me, why is it that we have to set the details of Nikolai's visit so carefully?
We have to be certain Nikolai will not be placed in an embarrassing situation.
Like what?
A year ago, for example, one of our distinguished novelists was touring the United States, and he came to lecture at one of your Midwestern universities. But he was faced with a picket line of students who claimed to be from our country. They were protesting the imprisonment of another writer. The lecturer was told if he respected freedom, he wouldn't cross the picket line to deliver his lecture. So, you see, he was damned if he did, damned if he didn't. And, of course, these agitators who created the disturbance made certain there were TV cameras there to record everything.
Oh, just one question. Writer imprisoned unlawfully? I'm sorry, have I said something wrong?
Of course not. Everything in our country is done legally. Was the timing? The afternoon session is starting.
Yes, and we mustn't miss it. Anton, would you please get the elevator for us? Rachel and I will follow. Rachel, you are a wonderful woman. You would please have dinner with me tonight.
Yes, I'd love to.
No, come on. The elevator is waiting.
Got the word you wanted to see me?
I think there is time for just one more question.
Yes.
We've been hearing lately a lot about the community of artists, the need for a worldwide federation. But say this federation does happen. What's to prevent it from being the East lined up on one side and the West lined up on the other?
This question perhaps is best addressed to a member of the audience, Mr. Nikolai Ferenko.
I am glad this question has arisen because it does give me a chance to say something which I do not believe has been mentioned yet at the Congress. It is my firm belief that art is not political. Now, society may attach political connotations to it, but I believe this has nothing whatsoever to do with the artist's process. As far as the Federation is concerned, I believe it should be headed by someone who is completely above politics, someone who understands that all our languages are different, perhaps our problems are the same.
And would you consider leading such a federation?
Severe case of politics. This would not be good for the Federation or indeed for my work. No, I believe you need someone completely different. Thank you.
Well, I'd like to thank the panel and the audience for a most stimulating discussion.
Smile. Mr. Capek is looking in this direction. Pretend I'm saying something funny to you.
What's going on?
I need to talk to you alone. Can you relieve us of Mr. Capek's presence for a little while?
Oh, yes, I think I can manage that. Anton,
Oh, Miss Davis.
have you been informed of our change of plans?
Change of plan? What change?
Nikolai, you didn't tell him. Well, I've had to change our plane reservation from the afternoon into the morning. I haven't called the airlines yet because I thought maybe you would want to check it out with your consulate.
Oh, sure. Thank you very much. Miss Davis, you are a woman who understands how governments work.
Well, you could go do it now. I mean, I'll stay here and make sure that Nikolai doesn't get lost.
I would appreciate it.
Okay. Well, in America, they call that a piece of cake.
Well done, Rachel, but be careful. Capek is not the fool he seems to be. He only plays the part, so people will underestimate him and make a mistake.
Well, what did you want to tell me about?
I need you to do something for me. You will go back to your room, call room service, order a sandwich and a glass of milk. When it comes, there will be an envelope underneath the plate.
An envelope?
Yes. If you would be so kind, I would like you to mail it for me.
Who's writing to who?
That's settled. Shall we have a drink, Miss Davis? And you, my forgetful friend?
Oh, well, you know, I'm awfully tired. I think tonight I'm just going to go up and have some room service, and maybe some other time I'd love to.
Surely.
Good night.
Later.
Hey, look, sweetheart. Matthew, we're home again. Isn't that good?
It's a marvelous, marvelous studio, Rachel.
Oh, thank you. Well, it's not big enough, and the lighting isn't great, but it'll do.
Well, it is a castle compared to my space.
Of course, you realize in our country space is at a great premium.
Yes, Rachel, what I meant to say was that I have the best studio under the circumstances. In our country, the artist is treated magnificently. But I have been so anxious to look forward to seeing your work. This maquette, it shows great promise. I can see where it will go. It has such a flair, such freedom. You know, Rachel, I admire your work so much.
Thank you. Well, if you don't mind just making yourselves at home and look around, all right? Well, I take this one up. I think he's suffering from a little jet lag. Come on, sweetie, let's take a nap, okay? Good boy. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You be careful what you say, Nikolai.
What's the matter? Have I created offense so soon?
I'm just reminding you to behave yourself. You are here to make our country proud. We must impress these idle Americans, and you will take this as a warning. This visit is a gift to you, you understand? You will not abuse it by any improper activity or behavior. May I help you, sir? Mrs. Davis is not available at the moment.
I am an old friend of hers. I assume one of you is Nikolai Perenko.
Yes, I am Nikolai.
Rachel's told me so much about you. This is indeed an honor for Bay City. I hope you both enjoy your visit here as much as we enjoy having you.
Thank you very much.
Steve! Oh, it's good to see you.
It's great to see you again.
Excuse me,
You
but...
look great. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got so excited about meeting you, I forgot to introduce myself.
You are Stephen Frey. Yes, you match Rachel's admiring description of you perfectly.
Oh, well.
Well, he was very curious, you know, because of the sculpture museum.
Well, I hope we're going to spend a lot of time together. Oh, by the way, where's Sam?
Oh, Sam isn't coming back to Bay City.
Should I be sorry about that?
No, I don't think so.
I have taken the liberty of catering a welcome home lunch in my penthouse. I hope you and Rachel can join me.
And of course you will invite my friend Anton Capek.
Oh, of course. Excuse me. Of course. You're very welcome, Mr. Capek.
Anton, please.
Anton, we'll have a wonderful time. And Rachel? I just want to tell you again, it's wonderful to have you home again.
Good.
A charming and elegant meal.
Thank you. The credit goes entirely to Tall Boys. They did the catering.
Tall Boys?
Oh, it's one of our best restaurants. We'll take you there.
Oh, that would be splendid. If their ambience matches their food, I might stay there for my entire visit. Rachel, I'm so anxious for your visit to our country.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it too, Anton.
I'd love to know some more about your more recent work, Nikolai.
Well, there's very little to tell, really. I have been commissioned to do some portrait busts of several officials of the government.
I'm sorry, but it's time to leave.
Would you join me for dinner tonight? My fiancé are having dining with the Van Burens. They're patrons of the museum. We'll have some of your fellow countrymen there.
Thank you, but I don't care for expatriates.
Tomorrow, then?
Oh, I would be pleased, and I think with Nikolai.
Yes. Yes, that would be fine. And I will see you later on this afternoon for the grand tour of Bay City that you promised.
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
The car is
Thank
waiting
you
for you.
again.
outside.
Thank you.
All right.
My pleasure.
Good. I'll see you later then.
bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
The Chopek is a million laughs, isn't he?
His news conferences are essential. What do you suppose we have allowed you to linger in this country?
Well, I was under the mistaken impression it had something to do with art.
Yes, of course. But you must use your art to its best advantage.
That should not include making prepared statements on United States foreign policy. I am not political.
But you used to be, and it was very, very convenient, wasn't it?
Oh, yes, very convenient. But I have learned my lesson. I shall not make the same mistake again.
Full cooperation is expected from you, Nikolai. And now you make me wonder. In fact, I should warn you. You had better not think of trying to avoid me with the purpose of claiming asylum here.
Keep your warnings to yourself, Capek. I'm not thinking of defecting. I am what I am. I belong where I was born. Besides, have you forgotten? I have a mother at home and a wife.
Your wife is responsible for many, many privileges.
Oh, Capek, once and for all, forget about it. Not a political animal.
I'm sorry I took so long. I had to settle Matthew down.
No,
Consider.
that's perfectly all right. If you will excuse me, we have just a discussion.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Nebuď tvrdohlavě, Nikolaj, nebo můžeš uškodit lidem, které začínáš mít rád. Thank you for your indulgence.
Well, is anyone ready for a tour of Bay City?
Well, thank you, but if you don't mind, I feel really quite tired. And I would like to prefer rest in my room.
Oh.
But if Nikolai would like to go, sure he can.
Oh, thank you very much.
Well, I leave you, and thank you for such a charming welcome.
Oh, not at all.
I wish I could package these up and take 10 of them for my children.
I won't tell anyone about it, Capek, if you don't.
If you don't tell, I won't tell. Well, there has been some talk from the government of bringing over men from the United States to build some factories for electronics, computers. And now there is a man in Bay City called Stephen Frame, one of the men picked. Frame does very good work. He's respectable, non-political. Well, we met him briefly. He endowed the museum. And I think he was also at one time married to Rachel. you should be very gracious to this man, okay? And you talk to him just about art, nothing else.
I understand, Capek. I have been warned it will be best for my family not to talk politics. Don't worry. Politics is a dim memory for me.
Really? Somehow I doubt that. Well, you see this toy? I found it today in the store. Really, it fascinates me. And you are like this toy bird concerning politics. You drink and drink for a while, then you stop till you get thirsty again and can help yourself. You start to drink again.
No, Capek. I am an artist. You talk to Stephen Frame. I am non-political.
Whether you like it or not, the time has come for you to again become political. Just only this time, your politics will be correct.
I don't know, it just seems so strange to be lecturing in a country where I don't even speak the language.
Oh, that's quite simple. You will have the best translators everywhere you go.
Okay.
Oh, excuse me, Tom.
It's all right, come on in. Oh, Anton, this is my son, James Frame.
How do you do?
Oh,
Mr. Capek.
oh, it's a pleasure to meet you. And if I'm correct, it is your novel which everyone talks about?
Yeah, that's me.
Oh, that's great to meet the man who wrote this novel, exposing the hypocrisy of middle class of this town.
No, well, that's not really the point of my book. I should have cards printed out.
Oh, what is the point?
Well, the point of the book is the destructive power of secrets and how they can poison people's lives.
Oh, that's interesting, really. Well, naive, but interesting, really. The secrets are the essence of how society functions.
That's very good, secrets. Very interesting.
Well, nice to have met you. And if you will excuse me, please, I have an appointment at a TV station for an interview with Purenko.
Oh,
okay?
all right.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, bye-bye. Thank you.
See you
Thank
soon, Anton.
Okay, bye-bye.
Secrets. That's very good. I like that.
Thank you.
Bottle of schnapps,
Oh, thank you.
a scarf,
Oh, that's lovely. It looks hand embroidered.
a folk tradition, and this is for Matthew.
Oh, thank you. He would love this. You're very kind, Anton.
In our country, it's customary to thank people who have shown you hospitality.
Thank you very much. What is it, Steve?
Somebody vandalized a couple of my trucks. One of them had a message painted on it in red. It said I have Loretta Shea's blood on my hands.
Well, you've called for police, right?
No, it'd just make it all the more public. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cloud up your room with my problems. Mr. Capek, I understand you had something you want to discuss with me.
Yeah, I'd like to. Okay, well,
This is very hard. Yes, I understand. Well,
you would be interested?
Oh, I would be very interested. To build a factory in your country, that would be a challenge.
Well, there is, I'm sure, a lot of we can learn from you.
You see, it's not only artists who can compare notes.
Well, the hour seems to have come. Well, really. But severe American problem. I noticed the markings on subway cars in New York. Well, for what? I ask myself. Nothing like that is allowed in my country.
You have no graffiti?
There are very severe penalties. Well, I think you would appreciate that.
Well, no, I'm not sure I would. No one likes to have their property defaced. But I'm sure the people who did this think they're defending something that needs to be defended. I don't like the way they decided to express their emotions, but I think it's important that they can express them.
Oh, well, this is a discussion for another time and another place. Well, Rachel, thanks a lot for all you have done
Oh, have
for
a
us.
good trip back.
Thank you very much.
Well,
Goodbye, Rachel.
goodbye, Nikolai. Have a good trip.
Goodbye.
Okay.
Bye.
Well, a good vacation, productive,
Oh, yes, very.
but it will be good to get back.
Yes, it will be good to get back to work.
It's been several weeks since you've been in your studio.
Yes. Every day my hands are not involved in building something, they ache a little.
Your hands should be well occupied for some time. Did I not hear you've been commissioned to do portrait busts of the heads of 3 bureaus?
Yes.
Well, it can be an advantage to have a wife so strategically placed, right?
It will be good to get back to work.
Well, Rachel Davis is an interesting woman, don't you think? I look forward to seeing her when she comes visit to our country.
Yes. Yes, she is a remarkable artist. A warm and intelligent woman.
You perhaps appreciate the woman even more than as an artist.
It is possible to appreciate one aspect of the woman without slighting the other.
Oh, yes, of course. It's also possible to let appreciation go too far. But you must keep in mind your responsibility at home.
Capek, why are you always warning me about these things? I have absolutely no intention of defecting.
Flight 211 to New York is now boarding.
Bloody Mary.
Article sitting on Mac's desk.
Yes, here, look. Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, it doesn't do him justice. Gee, it'd be good to see him again.
I tried to explain it to my wife. Ground meat, I told her. You cook it up in patties and that's it. Simple and seductive, a hamburger. She did try, but what does it taste like? Stuffed cabbage, but without the cabbage.
You know, Anton, it is amazing. You spend all this time in the United States of America, and all you can think of is the hamburger.
Yeah, crazy, isn't it?
Great. The next time I write to Rachel, I will ask her to send a recipe for this complicated dish.
Oh, perhaps when she visits, she will bring along some buns.
You think the secret lies in the buns?
Well, it's a logical conclusion, right?
Yes. I will put these on some paper for you.
Thank you very much. Where is your wife?
Oh, you know how it is with Bella. I kiss her hello, she kisses me goodbye. She is off stimulating native arts.
Well, those embroidered blouses and slippers sell very quickly in foreign markets. They help pay for your studio materials.
Yes, I know.
Well, how goes your newest commission? The assistant secretary of transport should make an imposing model, right?
Oh, yes, he is imposing, all right. But my preliminary sketches betray my lack of enthusiasm.
You are getting no work done?
Oh, yes, I am getting a lot of my own work done.
Nikolai, word of warning. You remember the last time you devoted so much of your time and energies to your independent work. And you know what happened?
No, but the intellectual climate was different then. Now it is much warmer.
Watch out that it doesn't get hot. You would be missed.
Anton, come. I want to show you some of my preliminary work.
Oh, it would be better if I were not to see them. You have become a friend, and to know too much about a friend can be unhealthy.
Come on, Anton, I need your opinion. Besides, I have to have something ready for Rachel arrives.
Her opinion is important to you?
Yes, because Rachel... It is odd, isn't it? Here I am, the great Nikolai Pirenko. I have devoted my career to our people, our customs, our art. And now suddenly, here comes this American woman, this Rachel Davis. We work so differently from each other, and yet she speaks so directly to me, to my work. Anton, you know something? When I was in New York, for the first time, I could see things, I could feel things without the pressure of party doctrine. You understand?
There are profound changes in the government. The old guard is getting too old. The young are no longer young. An unstable situation. In such a situation, it's best to be on the sidelines playing chess. That way, when things turn over, you don't get turned over with them.
Politics, politics. You know, Anton, I think Rachel Davis is going to be an enormous success here. An enormous success.
The brother that I never had.
Okay, where do you want these blocks?
Well, Mr. Mrozek, may I introduce you to Nikolai Pirenko, one of our country's foremost sculptors. Mr. Mrozek has just been appointed to an extremely important new office, Deputy Assistant Minister of Education.
Aha, and what exactly are his responsibilities?
Fixtures.
I beg your pardon.
Your fixtures. I approve.
Oh, thank you very much.
It is essential to have the proper fixtures. Illumination. How can one truly know that which one cannot see? And chairs for proper posture. Desks inclined at the correct angle.
Yes. And textbooks.
Textbooks. What have they to do with me?
Well, you know, Deputy Minister of Education, textbooks.
Yes,
I thought there was
that's the other Deputy Assistant Minister's Department.
Nikolai, Mr. Mrozek wants a sculpture.
Oh, I see.
A head, perhaps a bust. It will be placed in the anteroom of my office.
A bust of who?
Of me. It is my office.
Ah, yes, of course. Mr. Mrozek, I am very grateful for this honor, but please, I must respectfully decline. You see, my schedule is very busy at the moment. I really don't have the time.
I think you could make the time.
It is the other Deputy Assistant Minister, isn't it? You are making a bust for him, and you will not do it for me.
No. It is nothing like that, Mr. Mrozek. No, I have a work of my own at the moment.
Surely you can put this aside for a few weeks and do it for our Deputy Assistant Minister of Education. I'm certain this can be worked out.
Fine. When you work it out, you call me about the first sitting. I will try to find the time. Mr. Pirenko, you are not the only man with a busy schedule.
You can't turn this commission down.
I can, and I will. I mean, if this man wants a bust to ornament his own ego, let him go into the streets and find a willing hack. I'm sure he cannot tell the difference.
Nikolai, the man has friends in high places. If you refuse him, there will be one more blot on your record.
What are you talking about? I told the man the truth. I'm very busy with my own work. Now, if you will please excuse me.
Nikolai, this is a wrong man, a wrong time to refuse a commission. You will regret it.
What will I regret? The money? All right, I will forego my Saturday night Pilsner.
Well, you stand to lose a good deal more.
Anton, what are you talking about? I appreciate your concern, but please, you worry too much, my friend.
Yes, I worry when my friend acts like a fool. Maybe you are a great artist, but in this world, you live like a great fool.
difficult for me to talk to you, Anton. You understand how Nikolai's attitude affects me. 2? Sugar's?
3, please. Yes, your husband is becoming serious liability.
Do you know that I have been proposed as a candidate for the state council?
Yes.
I've even heard my name mentioned as a possible deputy premier.
I'll have another piece of strudel to celebrate. However, I'm not surprised. You would be a great addition to the national government.
Not with my husband making enemies every week. I don't understand, Anton. Before he went to New York, he was so sensible. There are times now that I don't even know him.
Yes, I regret arranging the upcoming visit of Rachel Davis. Her influence is perhaps more insidious than I had imagined.
Are you trying to tell me that my husband and this woman had an affair?
Oh, no, not at all. But they did engage in endless artistic discussions. And Nikolai foolishly spoke of the need to make forms that celebrate the individual man.
Can't the visit of the Rachel Davis be cancelled?
The Bureau of Information has issued too much publicity. And besides, she is a close friend of Stephen Frame, one of the best American contractors. And the government hopes he will one day work here for us.
Then what am I to tell Morozhak? Nikolai still refuses his commission.
Well done. Nikolai may be in more trouble than you know. His growing arrogance, his blatant support for the cult of the individual over the state, it has all been noted and recorded.
Anton, what is the worst that can happen?
You know the worst? House arrest? And perhaps a trial. My dear Bella, you must soon decide which is more important, your job or your husband. With Nikolai, you won't be able to keep both.
Anton, I love Nikolai, but I also love my country.
Well, great women must take great decisions. Either Nikolai does that portrait of Mrozhik, or you, my dear, you must take matters in your own capable hands.
I will do what I can. Thank you for all of your help.
I give it gladly to you.
Well, look, the last piece of strudel. Here.
Thank you.
Anton, it's for you.
This part of Another World was brought to you by PERT.
Tomorrow night, it's double trouble when Stella's cousin Della drives Harper Valley crazy. Barbara Eaton is Stella and Della. Then Gramps fights the Battle of the Bulge on one of the boys. And it's high-voltage entertainment as Barbara Mandrell and the Mandrell sisters welcome superstar Tom Jones. Later, join Steve Allen for his hilarious comedy special when he gets to say, "I've had it up to here." Harper Valley, One of the Boys, the Mandrell sisters, and the Steve Allen special. An evening of comedy and music tomorrow night on NBC.
Join us each weekday at this time for the continuing story of Another World.
Cello Mastroianni. I'll have to tell him that in my next letter to him. He'll probably be very interested.
Mr. Morozhak is waiting to hear from you, Nikolai. Mr. Morozhak is growing very tired of waiting.
Mr. Morozhak is a most distinguished citizen of the state. Deputy Minister of Education.
Good for Mr. Morozhak.
By refusing to do his portrait, you only antagonize the man.
What are you talking about, antagonize him? I only wish to keep him at arm's length while I complete my own work.
How long will it take?
3 months.
You may as well slam the door on the man's face. Everything will be ruined.
Do you mean everything?
Oh, well, I only meant...
All she was trying to say was...
Well, no, why keep it from you now? There is talk that you could become an official artist of the state, with the title of Curator of Sculpture for the National Museum. A great honor indeed.
Oh, yes. A great honor. Exactly what I need. To be chained to some bureaucratic desk for the rest of my life? No, thank you. I prefer less honor and more work.
After the article you submitted to Arts magazine, you may not work anywhere.
What are you talking about? I merely reported objectively on the state of arts in America and my attendance at the conference.
Objectively, you lavish praise on countless artists and art without any criticism of their decadent content. That is hardly objective.
My dear Bella, I'm a simple sculptor. You are the political genius of the family. I leave such matters to you. In the meantime, I have work in my studio. Please excuse me.